Alright, so time to do the hand controllers. This is going to be a bit of a pickle, but we're going to go for it. So what we're going to do is we're going to use, we're going to add custom attributes up here, and that will drive the the fingers. Okay, so I'm going to select both of these hand controllers just to make things a little bit easier. I'm going to go edit, I'm going to add attribute, and we're going to go right down the line here. So I'm going to do thumb, curl, okay, and we'll do a minimum of 100. And a maximum of 100, okay? Whoops, minimum, maximum, and the default will be 0. It's kind of, I don't really understand what's going on here. Let me see something. Maybe it's just, they're not lining up. Okay, something's weird. All right, let's hit cancel, edit, add attribute. Okay, we're just not even going to do that. You should be able to punch them in there, but for some reason they're not lining up, so something strange is going on. So I'm just going to call it thumb curl, and we will do none, just make sure it's a float, and I will hit add. Then we'll do thumb spread, okay, and hit add, and then thumb roll, and hit add, and then I'm going to do index curl, add, middle curl, add, ring curl, add, pinky curl, add, and then usually I like to add other ones like maybe fist or cup or whatever. I'm just going to do fist and add. Okay, but you can add other ones, like especially if you know there's like a shape that you're constantly going to be using, you can do that. So then we'll hit close, and now you see I have a bunch of those attributes in there. I'm just going to go ahead and lock and hide these because we don't need those, so we're going to lock and hide the scale. All right, so we're going to use set driven keys. I'm only going to do the one hand because otherwise it'll take forever. So come on. All right, so that being said, let's do to it. So I'm going to go to, you need to be on rigging, and I'm going to go to, let me see, control. Oh, they moved it. Hang on a second. Select, modify display window skeleton. Okay, well, let's try doing animation. So key, and then set driven key, and set. Okay. So what you're going to do is you have something that drives it, which in this case is going to be the controller. So I'm going to load the driver. Okay, it's kind of like the connection ender, but with keys. You'll see what I'm saying in a second. And I'm going to start with my pinky curl and work my way back towards the thumb because the thumb's a little bit more difficult. So I'm going to select that one, this one, and this one. So all three of them. Start from the base. Don't start from here and go this way. Because see how it's green? They are all three selected, but it's hard to tell. If you start from the base, it'll start green, and then you see that one turn white, and then that one turn white. You only need to grab the three. Don't worry about the tips, okay? So grab those, and I'm going to do load driven. So these are the things that are going to be driven by this. So I'm going to click and drag across all three of these, because all three of these are going to be driven. Now the attribute that's going to drive it is going to be the pinky curl, and that's going to drive the rotate Z, okay? And then I'm going to go ahead and hit key. Because right now, if I click on this, you'll see when you click on these, it'll highlight up here. My pinky curl is at 0. Okay, so I just keyed that. So now that means that when this is 0, it looks like this. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to 100. Okay, so I'm going to set my pinky curl to 100, and I'm going to say when it's 100, I'm going to click and drag across all three of these. I'm going to rotate them, roughly, usually 90, or we'll do minus 90 degrees. Okay. Which really isn't doing as much as I was hoping. Okay, so I might do a little bit more. But basically I want this to look like it curled all the way. So we'll go like that, we'll say, okay? Maybe a little bit more, and then grab this one a little bit. All right. Okay. So I'm just going to click and drag across all three of these, and then I'll hit key. Okay? So when this is 100, that's what it looks like. All right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do minus 100. Okay? See, it'll snap back. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these and I am going to curl them back like so. You'll see why we do the negative ones because I know it doesn't make a lot of sense, but it will later on. And then I will hit key. So now what we in essence did is that when this is 0, okay, it's going to be kind of weird and doesn't make sense. Okay, that didn't work correctly. Okay, so it's not functioning correct. Weird. Okay. All right. So the 100 never took for some reason. Okay. So that doesn't make any sense. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do it again. So I'm gonna do pinky curl and type in 100. Okay. Let's try that again. 100. Enter. Okay. It's okay. Oh, you know why that's happening? I know why it's happening. I'm going to undo all this real quick. And let's undo all that. So one of the things that's happening, if you remember when we were doing this stuff before, my default keys right now, if I go to animations on stepped, so it's doing steps, so it doesn't hit until it's 100. So I make sure that's spline and save. Now when I go to do it, actually will work. So it was working, it just the keys were. So make sure that that's on spline. So now it should work. So pinky curls at that. I'm going to go ahead and key. And then I'm going to take my pinky curl and make it 100. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and rotate these. Like, we'll go quite a bit like that. And then I'll hit key. And then I'm going to say when the pinky curl is minus 100. We're going to grab these. I'm going to rotate them in the opposite way so they go back. Like that. And then we'll hit key. And now what'll happen is from up here, it will transition from here to here. Okay, so at one, when this is 100, it looks like this. When this is at negative 100, it looks like that. So I'll zero that out. And I'm just going to do that for all of them. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this one, and this one, all three of these. And I'm going to hit load driven. I'm going to click and drag across so I have all three of them selected, and the rotate Z. And this one is going to be the ring curl attribute. So the ring curl attribute, and then the ring joints. And I'll hit key because it's already at 0. And then I'm going to select this, the ring. I'm going to do 100. And then I'm going to click and drag across these. You can also just click them over here, but clicking and dragging is just a little bit easier. And I'm going to roll these in. Okay, so we're going to say minus 95. That seems to be a good number. I'm going to pull this one up a little bit more. Okay. Let's try that again. Okay. It's weird. It's like curling in wrong ways. Okay. Minus 95. That's weird. Why is it doing that? Alright, I don't know what's going on. Okay, so we'll just curl it like that. And then key. And then I'm going to do minus 100, minus 100. And we'll click and drag across those again. And we will curl it this way. Come on. Okay. Good enough. And key. Alright, so this should theoretically go all the way from there to there. Okay? Great. And I'll zero this out. Awesome. And then we'll do the next one. So it's like this one, and this one. Load driven. Click and drag. And that's the rotate Z. And then that's the middle one. Alright, so I'll key, because this is already set to 0. So 0, it will look like that. Now when I do 100, I'm going to say these joints should look like this. I'm going to rotate them this way, like that. And I'll hit key. And then I'm going to say, okay, now when this is minus 100, I want these joints to look like this. And key. Okay? And then I'll just zero that out. And we'll grab the next bunch here. So this one, and this one. Load driven, click and drag, rotate Z, index curl, key. Okay? So then I'm going to say when index curl is 100, I want this to rotate like this. Okay? Key. And when index curl is minus 100, I don't really know what's going on here. That's weird. Something strange in the neighborhood. Alright. Okay. Okay, so when it's minus 100, I want it to curl like this. Come on. This. Okay. And we'll key. Alright. So now I'll zero that out. And you'll see, like, if I grab all of these, I can make them all go back or make them all go forward, which is nice. Okay? Great. Alright. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one, and this one, and this one, and I'm going to go to load driven, and this will be the thumb curl, and I'm going to have it affect all of these, all of the rotates, because you generally have to kind of affect them all a little bit. I'll hit key, and I just want to make it so that when this curls, you know what, when it curls at 100, I'm going to have it more or less kind of click and drag these. We'll have this kind of go in like that, and then we'll take this back a little bit, and maybe even go back up this way a little bit. And we'll take this one in a little bit, rotate it slightly. Okay, and key, and then when I go -100, all right, it will do more or less the opposite. I'm going to have this curl backwards, all right, like that, and then we'll have this go like this, and this go a bit more, and we'll hit key. Okay, good. Then we'll zero that out. All right, so now thumb spread should be pretty easy. So go to thumb spread now. I'm going to keep all these joints, and I'm going to hit key, and this is just going to make the thumb kind of go like that, and yeah, that's probably fine. And then I'll hit key. Oops, gotta undo that. There we go. So yeah, when it's at that, it should be keyed like that, and then when thumb spread's at 100, sorry, okay, then this should spread this out a little, and then we'll hit key. Okay, good. Now, so we'll call that thumb spread. Oh, let me do -100. I'm going to do this a little bit faster so I don't run out of time here. And then we'll have this kind of go like this, and we will hit key, okay, and zero that out. Now we'll do thumb roll, and we'll key, and then I'm going to go back to this and do thumb roll, and we'll do 100. And basically this is just going to be a generic rotating it, which doesn't make a lot of sense, but it should make, actually, I'm going to just do this one. Rotate it like that, key, and then we'll do one. This is just like so you can make adjustments. All right, and then take that one and rotate it like that, and then we'll grab them and key, and good. And we'll zero that out, and then I'm going to make one more, and I'm just going to call it fist. So I'm going to take fist, and I'm going to select this one, 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 this one. I'm selecting all of them basically. All right, like that. And I got fist, a load driven. Select all of these, and we're going to go to all their rotates, and we're going to hit key. Okay, and then we're going to say when fist is at 100. All right, all of these are going to rotate inwards. Oh, you know what? We're going to take everything, so from the index down, these guys are all going to rotate inwards like this. Okay, and I'm just going to make some micro adjustments here to make sure the fist looks good. Oh, thought I had it. Makes it a fist. Okay, so it looks kind of like a fist. And then I'm going to take this and kind of go like that. And then this guy should cut in a bit. And then this guy should cut in a bit more like that. Okay, and so we're going to click and drag over all of them. And then we'll hit key. And then I guess we can do a -100. I'm not sure. I guess we would just do the opposite, -100. And again, that will just grab all these index and kind of do the opposite. So it goes like this. And then this would kind of go up and up and up. And then we'll hit key. All right, and that's it. So then I'll hit close, and what you'll see now is that if I zero this out, okay, I can use any one of these to do any one of those things. But watch, I can take fist, I can make this go all the way to 100, and then if I want them to point, I can take index and do my -1 to pull it back out, and that's kind of the point. So you can actually reverse some of them. That's why we did the negatives. All right, and that's how you do the hand.